right here, the red one that sort of follows the road. This was St Mary's for the Aboriginal boys. So this opened in 1847. And when 3 boys were baptised, given into the care of Salvado, and our monks looked after the boys here. Basically at that stage was a very simple building. It's been built up over the years, and this today houses the education centre. So even though we no longer have formal education running in Norcia, that closed in 1991, we do have, during school terms, school groups and organisations who come and stay in Norcia and utilise the building. So the education centre is all about education, just maybe a bit more fun. The building immediately on your right is the first flour mill. That opened in 1854, and that would use a horse to 3 horses to turn the millstones. When they outgrew that in 1879, our monks opened their second flour mill immediately to your left. This, when it first opened, they put in a boiler. First 2 boilers were manufactured in England. The one that is there now was actually made in Perth. They went to diesel, totally electric in the end. Finally closed in 2008 as a working flour mill. Basically occupational health and safety, and the other unfortunate thing was termites. The little building immediately to your left, that was the accommodation for some of the staff from St Ildefonsus, which is the lovely building you're going to see as we come around the corner. So there are 2 buildings to look at here. The one at the back is called the Arcades, which was recreational area for the boys. It has handball courts on the right hand side, and on the left is an undercover area. So St Ildefonsus was the 4th of the schools to open in Norcia, and this was the boarding college for boys. Opened in 1913 with 63 boys. The building itself was designed by Abbot Torres, and this is Byzantine. Sorry, immediately to your left. Yep. I apologise. Is Byzantine in style. It has a kitchen, dining, classrooms and recreation on the ground floor, and 2 floors of dormitories. The peak of this was the 1950s, about 205 boys. When the school opened, Abbot Torres asked specifically for the Marist brothers to teach here because they were a teaching order. First school in Western Australia when they arrived in 1913, left in 1964 to then go on to their schools, which has since been established. So the little statue immediately on your left, that is Marcelin Champagne, the founder of the Marist brothers. Basically going straight in. The building on your left was extra classrooms for the boys of St Ildefonsus. This today is used for storage, but also houses the Norcia Institute of Benedictine Studies, which is run by the 2 Good Samaritan sisters that we have in residence. They too follow the order of St Benedict and also organise spiritual retreats throughout the year. 1970s building on the left, Modern Science Lab and Resource Centre, today the Town Library. Cemetery lies immediately to your right, and the first tomb you see in the very front is Abbot Torres. Immediately behind him are all the other abbots who've passed away. The lovely example you see on your right of a 1960s style building. This was built as extra classrooms for the girls of St Gertrude's, and the lovely little building you see behind, this was the wash house for the girls in St Gertrude's. So we're going to now hop off the bus here, come into St Gertrude's, have a look there, and then you can come out and have your morning tea. When you come off here, it would be greatly appreciated if you could come in, do the photos inside first, and then come out and take the outside photos after.